Thank you very much, Kathy. Welcome back here on the pregame show on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Nick Lehman now joined by Sanford Mainers broadcaster Jacob Oullette for the Gulls Insider. Jacob, it's going to be a long day of baseball here today as each team has an opportunity to notch 3 wins in one day.
Yeah, of course we have that 1.5 game or the half inning to finish up. Obviously Newport winning 8-3 going in that bottom half inning. So we'll see what happens with that. But then 2 games of baseball, and as you could see over the past 2 games, these two teams playing it very closely.
It was one of the wildest games we've ever seen in Sanford on Saturday night as the Newport Gulls were leading much of the way. The Mainers climbed their way back in. They took a lead. Newport then tied it in the 9th on what was a crazy play.
Yeah, it was kind of a play that, you know, me and you were talking about, just kind of didn't make sense. The game was pretty much ruled over with. The umpires left the field, came back, and then what seemed to be a call that was questionable at first base actually turned into be about a call that the tying run had crossed the plate before the second out was recorded. So that game and tie, I've never seen anything like it, and it created for an interesting situation.
Mike Cummings was ejected in the course of those arguments before the game was resumed, and he served the 1-game suspension the next day. He will also have to be out of the ballpark here for just the 3 outs of this game 1. Then he can come back to manage the second and third game here tonight. So that'll be an interesting dynamic as Oullette will manage the Gulls here in this half-inning contest.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's, again, it's another interesting situation. I mean, I don't think you can define it any more than just saying that's the game of baseball for you. I mean, anything can happen, and we've seen it here. I mean, we pretty much said everything, including back in Sanford when the tarp got put on the field for about 3 minutes and then taken off again. And I mean, it'll just be interesting. Get that first completion game out of the way, and then 2 great full games of baseball here. Only 7 innings, but I mean, these 2 teams have been playing each other very well over the course of the season.
Luckily, we have clear blue skies here at Cardinals Field. Not a cloud in sight, so there won't be any rain showers running on our baseball games here today. What kind of pitching are we going to see from the Sanford Mainers in these 3 games today? Any idea yet?
Just a couple, two pitchers that haven't made a start all season long. I believe Matt Horan starting the first game of the doubleheader. It's kind of a funky situation. Of course, you know, many games to be played at the end of the season. Starting last Monday, it was 12 games in 9 days, then turned to 13 games in 9 days, and you just got to conserve your pitching. And sometimes you're going to see guys that start games that you don't typically see, and it's just all a matter of going out there and doing the job that you need to do. So.
Newport Gulls have seen a lot of rain lately. A couple of nights ago, Newport and New Bedford had a rain-shortened game. The Gulls falling in 5.5 innings, 2-0 the final score. They had a rain out here last night, scheduled to play against the Vermont Mountaineers in a makeup game. That game was washed away due to the field conditions here at Cardinals Field from the rain showers that came through the night before and from continuing rain throughout the day on Sunday. But the Newport Gulls didn't have to do anything yesterday to clinch the NECBL Eastern Division. They are the regular season champions as New Bedford lost last night to the Laconia Muskrats at Paul Walsh Field. Tonight, the Sanford Mainers coming in here fighting with Laconia for 3rd and 4th place in the NECBL East. Yeah, so
Laconia ahead of the Mainers, of course, taking that game. We got washed out as well last night in Mystic. So Laconia only a half game in front of us in 3rd place, and it's going to be one of those situations where it's going to be boiled down all that last game, and it's just a matter of every player just needs to step in the box and do their job, and every pitcher needs to step on the mound and do their job as well. And it's a question of who really wants that drive to win, and no matter what, I mean, it's the top 4 teams, all teams playing each other very well throughout the course of the season. So entering into playoffs, I don't think you're going to see anything but great baseball being played.
Jacob, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got involved in the Sanford Mainers.
Let's see. I've been involved with the Sanford Mainers since we started. My family, I've grown up in Sanford, so my family hosted starting in about 2004. I got involved through that, and then I started volunteering up in the press box doing the in-game music and the public address announcing. Did that until last year, and then stepped into this position this coming year, and it's just been a great opportunity. I've been going to school at Emerson College for broadcast journalism, and I absolutely love it, especially since you know, the game of baseball has been a passion of mine all my life, and now being able to step in and call the play-by-play and travel with the team that I've followed for many years now, it's just it's been a great opportunity, and I've absolutely loved it.
Jacob Oullette, Sanford Mainers broadcaster, thanks for joining us here. We'll see you a little bit on the pregame show, and good luck in this doubleheader here tonight.
Thanks, Nick.
We'll be back in a moment with our coaches show next here on the NECBL Broadcast Network as our pregame show continues.